from the director of both Happy Death Day movies. Alright, you got me.
I want my body back.
Come and get it.
So Freaky is a new horror comedy that's directed by Christopher Landon, and in Freaky we follow a character named Millie, played by Katherine Newton, who is not only going through a pretty bad personal loss in her life, but to add on top of that, she's not really the most popular girl at her school. However, that all changes during this one night when the character named the Blissfield Butcher, played by Vince Vaughn, not only chases her down but stabs her with a particular object that causes a body swap process that in the next morning, Katherine Newton wakes up in Vince Vaughn's body, and Vince Vaughn wakes up in Katherine Newton's body. And since this is a slasher flick, not only is Katherine Newton and Vince Vaughn's body trying to get back into her own body, but Vince Vaughn in Katherine Newton's body is basically doing a bunch of killings in Katherine Newton's body. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Freaky.
Excellent!
Freaky was a movie that I was interested in because of one particular reason, and it's not because it was marketed as a horror flick, but because it was directed by Christopher Landon, the director of the Happy Death Day movies, films that I really enjoyed. But what I really enjoyed about those movies in particular was how Christopher Landon is able to take certain concepts from a genre and put them in the horror genre. For Happy Death Day, essentially making it a Groundhog Day horror film, with Happy Death Day 2, putting Groundhog Day with Back to the Future Part 2 into a horror film, and now Freaky was essentially Freaky Friday meets a slasher flick with elements of Friday the 13th, it felt like to me at least. And I'm really happy to say that I really enjoyed Freaky quite a bit. So starting off, getting right into the performances, Vince fucking Vaughn. Oh my god, Vince Vaughn in this movie is just brilliant. Not only in Freaky is he able to pull off such a really intimidating presence when he's playing the Butcher in this movie, but when the body swap parts happen and he gets to play this high school girl, seeing him playing this role had me in stitches. I was laughing so hard. And not only did Vince Vaughn kill it, give me 1 second because I'm forgetting this guy's name. I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't mention his name. So Misha Asarovich, I think that's how I pronounce his last name. He plays as Josh, essentially the gay best friend. This guy absolutely killed it in this movie. Every time he was on screen, I couldn't wait to hear the dialogue that was going to come out of his mouth. I was laughing so freaking much in this movie because of him specifically. Also, I really liked Katherine Newton, and what I'll say about Katherine Newton is this: when it comes to her character, I feel like they gave us just enough in order for us to care about her, but otherwise, I really thought that she played this character that's going through this personal struggle really well. And then when the body swap happens, when she comes in looking as or essentially her hot killer self, oh my god, not only is she an amazing presence to look at, but she can pull off intimidating, I think, pretty well. Something else that I really liked about Freaky is how Christopher Landon is able to take certain movie ideas, pitches, and or concepts, like for example Freaky Friday with the body swapping, and putting that into a slasher film that is more along the lines of, let's say, Friday the 13th, and how Christopher Landon is able to do that and make a really entertaining movie. I'm telling you guys right now, there was not a single time that I was bored during this movie. This movie is really fast-paced, just a good time to watch, to be honest. And something else I will say is that when it comes to the writing, the movie is self-aware to an extent of what it's trying to do. Going back onto what Christopher Landon is able to do with certain movie ideas, I would love to see him doing this with a different genre. I mean, seeing how he's able to do this pretty well with the horror genre, I want to see him putting a movie idea, like something else, and try it in like within the action genre or the comedy genre or the drama genre. When it comes to the comedy of this movie, oh my god, there are multiple times where I was laughing my ass off. This movie has a lot, and I mean a lot of funny moments, particularly with the body swapping elements, as you can probably imagine. The movie actually has some pretty tense moments too, especially in that opening 10 minutes. Oh my god, guys. The opening 10 minutes of Freaky they're fun. And the kills that you see in this, I swear there is a kill that might as well be a Mortal Kombat fatality. It is that badass. And also, there was another kill in that opening 10 minutes, I swear, guys, remind me straight up of Friday the 13th. There are some really well blocked out tense moments. In particular, there's a part with the golf course. That's all I'm gonna say. I really liked how it was shot. Freaky is just a damn good time. It has tense sequences, it's funny, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Freaky was a really enjoyable movie, but do I think it could have been better? Absolutely yes. Starting off with Catherine Newton. Now, nothing against her performance because Catherine Newton was great in this movie, but when it came to her playing as the Blissfield Butcher, I wish that those parts had more dialogue. Now, I completely get what I think they were trying to go for. In my eyes, her part was essentially an homage to Friday the 13th as Jason Voorhees. I really wish that those parts contained more dialogue because I can only imagine what she would have said in those sections, especially against the woodshop teacher. Oh my god, I would have love to have heard some dialogue, right? And also, when it comes to her character, like I mentioned beforehand, they do give you just enough, but it was pretty generic and cliche though. Freaky is marketed as a horror film. It's not really a scary movie. This movie is really more of a dark comedy with slasher elements. So if you're expecting this movie to be a straight up horror film, it will be disappointed. If you're expecting this movie to be another Happy Death Day, you'll be even more disappointed. The ending, do not get me wrong, it is badass. Everything leading up to it, especially the sequence beforehand, it doesn't make sense why the ending happens. When you see what happens and when you see the final part of this movie, it just doesn't make any sense.
And here we go.
So overall, I really enjoyed Freaky. Do not get me wrong, Freaky isn't a particularly great film by any means, but at the same time, how Christopher Landon is able to take the concept of Freaky Friday and put it into a slasher film, he is able to make a really entertaining, a really fun slasher movie, and a really funny dark comedy to put as well. All in all, I really enjoyed Freaky, so I am going to give Freaky a 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you guys are looking forward to more of a dark comedy with slasher elements, this is definitely the movie for you. But if you're looking for more of a straight up horror film, this is not the movie for you. But again, if you liked Freaky Friday and if you have always wondered what Freaky Friday would be like in a slasher movie, check this movie out. Alrighty guys, so comment down below and let me know, what did you guys think of Freaky? Did you guys really like the film or did you guys absolutely hate it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Freaky. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever the latest video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next review, I will see you guys next time.